Hello, namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about what is IBM Security Framework. IBM Security Framework provides us a broad view of all the things that involved in an organization and how to provide security to them. Okay, in today's session I will discuss about it. So let's start our session without delaying anything. So this is the IBM Security Framework. Okay, just you can see here it is just covering the people, okay, data, application, infrastructure. What so else is left? Nothing. Okay, so it's just going to, if you we are initial level and we don't have the much resources, then what we can do? Okay, if we have the more resources, then we need to move our maturity security maturity level to the proficient and then optimized. Okay, so this is just like growth in the security system of our company. So how we can improve the security of this one, let's just discuss one by one quickly. So when we are just talking about the people, okay, what are the directory we are having, just manage all that, okay, and provide who is in our company, what right they are having, what on what devices, data, services, applications they are having to write access. Okay, so user provisioning, access management and the strong authentication, who are having access on the particular uh, data, application, on the infrastructure, then definitely they need need to provide their authenticity. It can be the two-way authentication, two-factor authentication, okay, or the password or the username or the code will come on the emails or other security methods we are using. Again, then we are going to the higher level of the security related to the people. So identity governance, how just we are going to maintain their identity. Their identity can be related to your client, customer, partners or employees. So how just we are going to maintain, what the governance applied on your company, what rule regulations you have to follow, what comply you need to be, okay, or just fine grained entitlement and privileged user management. Right kind of people should have the right uh, uh, right access management. Just give the least access to the person who they need to perform their task, not more than that. If a person is having the more rights, uh, just as per their job requirement, it will be harmful for company. Okay, there can be a lot of breaches as per the uh, identity. Okay, and then is the data, whatsoever the data we are having, in what format the data we are having. First of all, we need to provide encryption to database access. So who is accessing the data, at what level they are accessing, when it is either that's at rest or moving. Okay, so we need to provide protection to it. Our data can be accessible for so many people. Maybe that HR department, sales need to have, the maybe R&D department need to have, maybe the manufacturing department they need the data, some application developers need the data. So what type of data need to access, so we can also provide the masking on it. Okay, and we need to also observe what database activity is happening, who is accessing our data, at what time they are trying to access, either they are under their privilege or they are just trying to accelerate their privilege. We need to observe all this in the data loss prevention, definitely. Okay, and if we are going to on the higher level of that one, then definitely we need to understand where our data is going from, what part of the data. Maybe hackers are exfiltrating our data from different from different network. Okay, from different protocol they are using, from different port they are using, which is assigned to specific application, specific service. Either they are using that one. So we need to identify from which part of our network is just passing through our data. Okay, and the data governance, how to apply the data in a way so that we are also following the rules as per our company requirement. And definitely whatever the key management we are having, that also be encrypted. Clear. Next is uh, the point of the applications. We at least we can scan our applications at the basic level. Okay, and if we are going to the proficiency, then definitely what the web applications we are having, because this is an open phase for the internet, then definitely there will be lot many chance of fraud will happen on your web applications, and then they'll give the protection to that one. Maybe you are using web based firewall, or you are having some web filtering uh, methods, or what are the top 10 attacks happen on web applications. So just use the best practices, and so other things also you can implement. Okay, and we can also use secure code scanning. Whatever the code we are having for applications, even at the starting time of designing an application, we can set as these are the security setting for our applications, and we also need those at the time of the starting point, because after just completing the application and then we are thinking about the security, it's not making our it's not beneficial for the company, and it's not a good choice. Okay, so it must be included at the development time, and then it should be all along the way. Clear. And if any kind of fraud is happening, somebody just hacked our applications or find out the vulnerabilities, or just we need to find out it before the hackers will find out. Continuously we need to uh, penetration testing or vulnerability scanning should conduct in our organization to find out the vulnerability. Okay, and in the infrastructure point of view, what that model is saying, whatsoever is, at least if on the perimeter of our network for the boundaries, then definitely at least we can have some firewall on that part which will filter all the traffic. Okay, and if we have the resources, then we can also think the virtualization security and the access management. What are the asset we are having, how to manage all these things, which is the critical asset for our company, and how to give the protection to extra protection to those assets. Okay, endpoint security. Okay, another layer of the security, so that if any attack will come out of our boundaries, then at endpoint we can also detect it. Okay, or network security management, we can take care of all that. And if we are just going to the higher level of that one, so what can do? Multi-phase network protection. Our network is just not only having one entry point nowadays to enter. Okay, we are having uh, IoT devices, we are having employees are bringing their own devices. Okay, and we are having the users who are accessing our infrastructure remotely. So multiple ways to enter in our network, so we need also have multi-phase network protection, how to give protection from other areas. Okay, if some kind of activity that is not normal, anomaly kind of activity is happening, then how to detect? We can use IPS, IDS. Okay, or hardening the system. Whatsoever need to run, just run only only those things, not to run too many services, not to open too many passwords. Which software is not required to install on our on our systems, just don't allow. Clear. So each and everything on different level, this IBM security model framework is just providing. And apart from that, whether that's related to people management or their identity management, or whether that's data or applications or the infrastructures, all these things are continuously generating logs. Okay, and we must have a centralized system where we can get the collections of all those logs, all those events happening in on our company, who is accessing, when is accessing, where is accessing, what time is it accessing, at what part they are accessing, what type of privilege they are having, how they are just trying to violate that boundaries. So the devices are saying something every time, but we need to understand it. We need some method, security information and event management tool, complete way to understand all these things, so that we can make sense of all these things and can provide the security. This is the method, the security, IBM security framework is provided. So isn't it so awesome? And this, why I hope you can understand. Yes, these are the benefits of a framework when we are thinking on from the top of the management, or the top, from the top level. We are not covering the one part of the network, one PCC, one just only having a firewall on the are on boundary of our network. No, we are thinking each and everything: people, data, applications, infrastructure, each and everything, how to secure, provide the security. If one loophole, one point, one single very simple device, very nominal device will be unsecure, it can bring huge damage to our company. There can be a big breach in our company. So we need to take care of all each and everything, but 360 degrees. So that's awesome. Really, it's wonderful, guys. You need to just have a look in it, and it's fantastic. And follow me on the Cybersecurity Prism and get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. Also share that session with your friends and group member, so that they will be able to understand this IBM security framework and why it is important, and how that gives you the great foresight to understand the cyber security, and in which areas we should implement the security, and how it's important to implement the security in every area, and lot of opportunity for everyone who is in the field of cyber. Cyber security is required for requirement of the every company. Doesn't matter what type of business they are having. They are using internet, they are using computers, they are using digital device. So wonderful opportunity waiting for you. And what are you waiting? Learn it. Okay, and in the next session I will discuss about what is SolarWinds Security Event Manager. Namaste. See you in the next.